Otter, you still with me?
Yeah, I'm right behind you, Ollie. Just where you left me, in the rocks. You're moving fast, and the sand's kicking up everywhere. You sure this is the best idea?
We're close. I don't like splitting up either, kid, but it beats both of us walking into a trap. If something happens to me, I'm gonna need you free to bust me loose.
I get it, but I still don't like it.
This circle of ash should be dead ahead.
Did you have to put it that way? That name always sounds so inviting.
Ain't supposed to be. These people trade in blood and lives, not nice favors. And that Mr. Jesse, some piece of work. You remember how they were holding that poor grandma captive? We're only doing this so she can remain free.
I know, I'm glad we're helping. Let's just get it done and get out of here.
Roger that, kid. Roger that.
We'll have to explain just how we got here. Some days after defeating the clown, the boys, continuing their journey west, found a trading post on the highway. They got some rest, some hot grub, and more exact coordinates on the Colt's western headquarters. Ollie accepted a mission to deliver a package to the head of that outpost in exchange for the release of a grandmother and her granddaughter in a town some weeks back. But with a time limit on the delivery of that package, the boys couldn't rest long, and they needed to get back on the road. Before they left, Ollie made a trade with a vendor there. He traded some tough labor in exchange for 2 items, a couple of old 2-way radios. Over the last few nights, Ollie and Otter have gone about repairing their radios and figuring out how to power them. Now, in the last half mile or so, they are driving into an unknown situation. The landscape below is scarred, broken rock, burnt husks of vehicles, and blackened earth. In the center, a large circular compound rises from the ashes of the desert, walls made of twisted metal and scorched stone, the Circle of Ash. Ollie reflects on something else. The man he is supposed to meet is named Orville, the same name as the man who the brothers have been seeking, a man they call Father. Ollie is unsure if they are one and the same, but he will soon find out.
You sure we're going in there, Ollie? That looks like a place you don't come back from.
I made the deal. There's no turning back now. Let's just get it over with.
The hot rod slows, gravel crunching under the tires, a heavy metallic creaking as the gate begins to open.
Stop right there!
I'm here to deliver something.
You don't look like one of Mr. Jesse's boys.
I'm not, but I've got business with your leader.
Nobody's got business with the Flamekeeper without an offering.
Ollie exposes and then taps the package from Mr. Jesse.
What's inside?
That's not my concern. I'm just here to hand it off, as requested by Mr. Jesse.
I recognize the seal. Wait here.
Otter, come in. Step 1 is complete. I'm getting ready to go in. Kid, can you hear me? I'm going in. If you can hear me, stay alert and ready. I may need you soon.
Ollie thinks maybe it's the terrain, or this place, or a dead battery keeping Otter from answering. He can't think about it too long as the inner doors begin to open. He tosses the radio on the console. Ollie steps inside. The air is thick with smoke, the sound of distant chanting, and the crackling of a great fire. Ollie follows a couple of white-clad guards. They move through the compound. Fires burn in large braziers, casting long shadows over ominous stone walls. Finally, they arrive in what could be described as an office, with a couple of chairs and a work surface.
You will wait here. The Flamekeeper will be with you soon enough.
The guard leaves Ollie in the room. Ollie drops the package with a thud onto the desk. He looks around, unimpressed.
Flamekeeper, huh?
A few minutes later...
So, a guest with gifts. One of Mr. Jesse's errand boys here to pay us a visit.
I'm not one of yours, but I've got what you want. At least what Jesse wanted me to give you.
Ollie motions towards the package on the desk.
Jesse sends you as his errand boy, Always good to see the weak doing his bidding.
The deal was deliver this package. It's done. The deal is done. That is, if you happen to be Orville.
The deal? You think you have power here, outsider? I'm not Orville. I'm the new boss. Orville has, stepped down. There's new leadership here.
And what about Jesse? Obviously, he's not aware of this change in the organizational structure, is he?
Lots of changes coming here at the Circle of Ash. All right, on time. I believe this is yours.
Two guards enter the room holding on to Otter. They shove him towards Ollie, who catches him.
Sorry, Ollie. They snuck up on me.
That's all right, kid. You okay?
Yeah, but something's not right around here.
I know. Just stay ready.
The Circle of Ash doesn't trade in worthless promises, Wanderer. Your payment, this delivery, isn't enough. The deal you had with Jesse, that wasn't me. What you bring is valuable, yes, but not enough for life.
I was told.
Jesse has misled you, as he does to all. There is another price to be paid here.
Ollie takes a step forward, ready to lay waste to the room, but then suddenly 4 more guards enter, and he stops. The Flamekeeper smiles.
This price burns hotter.
What the heck is he talking about, Ollie?
What do you want?
I want loyalty.
You won't get that from us.
Oh, I am very well aware of that, my large friend. I need their loyalty, my followers. To get that, I need blood, your blood. You'll be sacrificed for that cause, along with the last person that was in my position.
Suddenly, the room fills with even more guards.
Ollie!
Fists land and scuffling as Ollie throws punches, trying to fight off the guards. He's grabbed, pulled at, punched, and hit.
Get back!
The guards grab at Otter as well, and he punches back and kicks.
Get off me!
Get him down!
A hard crack as something hits Ollie on the back of the head. He falls, groaning.
Ollie! You bastards.
Scoop them up and lock them away. We have plans for them tomorrow.
Several guards pick up and carry away the brothers deeper into the Circle of Ash. Sometime later, Ollie regains consciousness and finds himself in a cold stone room. He blinks, his head throbbing. The only light is a flickering firelight. He moves, and the sound of metal chains clinking and the restricted motion of his limbs indicates that he is chained to a wall.
Ollie, are you awake?
Yeah. Where are we?
They locked us up. They're talking about some kind of sacrifice by fire?
Damn cults. You okay?
Yeah, mostly. My stomach's all tied up in knots.
Otter? Ollie?
Who's that?
I hope you two are finding your accommodations okay. They're the best we have, you know. You will both face the fire tomorrow. The circle demands a sacrifice, and you will burn.
You touch my brother, I'll rip your whole damn cult apart.
Bold words for a man in chains. We shall see, outsider. We shall see.
Ollie, what are we gonna do? And who the heck is in here with us?
We're not burning, that's for damn sure. And yeah, who's the third wheel?
Boys, is it you? It's me, Papa, your dad.
Well, that's a twist.
Dad, is that really you? We've been searching all over the wasteland for you.
It's me, boys. Oh my, what, how can this be?
The kid is right. We've been out here in the West searching for you, trying to find you, to bring you home.
Dad, Mom died, and us kids were all alone. You've been gone a long time.
Oh no, your mother? Your poor mother? I know I've been gone for a long time, boys. I came out here to make things better. I guess I got wrapped up in a bunch of stuff. I did love her, you know. And I love you and your brothers and your sisters, too. I just couldn't get back. Like I said, I got wrapped up in a bunch of stuff.
I'll say, how'd you ever get mixed up with these creeps?
I was wandering the waste and came across this town a few years ago. This guy, Mr. Jesse, well, I was in a bad way and I wasn't going to survive much longer. So I let myself be taken in by him. I owed, you could say, so I worked. Slaved is more like it.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
I worked my ass off, boys. Harder than I ever have. You could say I moved up the ranks. They moved me out here, and I took over for a while. Things were decent. I was trying to help people.
By help people, do you mean trap them in servitude?
I know what you must think, but it wasn't all like that. We fed people and kept them safe.
You don't want to know what I think, old man.
The worst. And now here we are. And we're going to pay for my mistakes.
Not if I can help it. We're getting out of here, and you're going home where you belong.
Ollie stands, but the chains keep him close to the wall.
But how are we getting out of here? These guys are crazy.
We fight, and when I give you the signal, you two run. I'll take care of the rest.
I'm not leaving you, Ollie.
Me either, son. I won't let you down again.
You are. Both of you. Get Dad back to Daisy. That's what matters. I'll follow behind as soon as I can.
But...
No buts. You follow the plan or we all burn. You understand?
I understand.
Yes, we'll head out to the front gate. I'll show him the way. But, who's Daisy? And Otter? I see you still have that little stomach issue.
What?
The boys fill in their father of the last few years and catch him up on the farm and the children, as well as what the two of them have been up to these last few months. Likewise, the father tells them tales and adventures of his own life out west. The next morning, the guards deposit the brothers and their long-lost father into a central chamber. The chamber is large with a big pit in the middle, maybe 12 or 15 feet deep. It contains a red-hot fire that is lapping at the top of it. There are several other fire braziers and torches around, and about 30 people on their knees ready to observe the proceedings. In walks the Flamekeeper, followed by another cadre of guards.
Today, The circle of ash claims its offering. 3 souls to burn in the purifying fire.
Stay close. When I say go, you run.
Okay.
Yes, I'm ready.
The guards approach and quickly remove the chains from the brothers and their father. Then push them towards the fire pit.
Let the flames consume them.
Now!
Chaos erupts. Ollie pushes over the 2 closest fires. He pushes the 2 closest guards into the fire, who scream with terror into the flames. Otter and Orville run, dodging the fires. Ollie picks up his chain and begins swinging it, knocking down and out any guards in the radius. The cultists scream as some of them catch fire. 2 or 3 of the guards jump onto Ollie's back, but he brushes them away quickly. Otter stops running at the doorway and turns around, witnessing the mayhem.
Ollie, this way.
Get out, Otter! Get to Daisy! I'm right behind you.
The fire roars and Ollie fights off more guards, his grunts growing more desperate as the flames threaten to overtake them. The crowd has just about cleared the great room and are scrambling to the exits of the building. Ollie turns, scanning the chaotic room now filled with fire and smoke, looking for the Flamekeeper. He spots him. The man walks out the back of the room. Ollie starts toward him, but the flames and the smoke block his path. He looks back at the doorway Otter and his father disappeared into. He heads that direction. Meanwhile, Otter and Orville are making their own way through the maze of hallways towards the main gate.
Otter, down this way.
Where? Okay, let's go. We left Daisy out front.
Is Daisy your girlfriend or something?
No, Dad, it's our hot rod.
Oh, huh?
Our auto. We built her to travel faster and find you. Now she's going to take us home.
This way. The front is just around the corner.
Suddenly, the path is blocked by 2 guards.
Stop!
Gentlemen, it's me. We need to abandon the base.
You need to come with us.
I don't think so, boys. We're leaving here right now. Get out of the way.
Suddenly, the guards turn and quickly maneuver down another path, clearing the way for them to pass.
Well done, son. You're growing up, yeah?
Father and son shake hands, then hug. Ollie appears behind them.
You boys busy, or do you want to get out of here? Otter, go start Daisy. Dad, go open the gates.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to make sure the coast is clear.
The boys set about their individual tasks. Otter fires up the car. Orville pulls up the metal gate using the pulley system. Ollie dispatches a few more roving cultists that try to hinder their escape. Then they meet at the car and all aboard.
This is a fine vehicle, boys.
Otter, let's make like a baby. Hit it!
Otter puts his foot into the gas and Daisy races off. They sit in silence for a few minutes as they head out to the main highway. Suddenly, there's a crackle on the radio. They all turn to look at it.
Did you really think that you could escape my grasp? That it would be this easy to run?
Aw, man, this guy still?
They all turn and look behind them. Sure enough, fanned out, the cultists are there, multiple vehicles of all shapes and sizes. As they gain, there is the deafening roar of engines and the crunch of wheels on cracked earth. Daisy speeds over the rugged terrain, skidding and fishtailing as it dodges rocks and debris. Otter grips the wheel firmly.
They're getting on us, Ollie.
Not for long. Put your foot on it. You got it!
They won't stop. The Flamekeeper never gives up. He needs to destroy us to save face and keep his position before word gets back to Jesse. It'll be civil war otherwise.
Coming up alongside.
A motorcycle roars up beside the hot rod, the rider leaping from his bike onto the side of the car. The cultist clings to the door, trying to pry it open.
Ollie, he's on us!
Handle it.
How?
Ollie is carefully watching another motorcycle approaching from the other side. The cultist punches through the window, grabbing at Otter. Otter flails, grabbing the wrench from the floor. He swings the wrench while gripping the steering wheel.
Get off! This isn't your ride!
The wrench connects with the cultist's hand, and he loses his grip, tumbling off the car and under the wheels of a pursuing buggy.
Oh man. Did you see that? I got him!
Eyes forward, Otter. Keep going.
Just as Ollie says this, on the other side of the vehicle, a cultist jumps aboard. The boys all look up as the man scrambles to the top of Daisy. The Flamekeeper's voice comes over the radio once again.
You cannot escape the flame. Surrender and your deaths will be swift. Resist, and you will burn. Either way, you die today.
Oh great, he's giving us options now?
He means it. If they catch us...
They won't.
Ollie!
Hold tight on the wheel. Stay straight.
Ollie climbs out of the window as the car hits a bump, and Otter struggles to keep the car steady.
This is not my normal job.
On the roof, Ollie sees the cultist holding tight. The cultist raises up and starts to swing a chain, but Ollie catches it, yanking the man off balance and pulling him toward him.
You are all gonna burn.
Not today.
Ollie slams the cultist's head into the roof, then throws him off the car. The cultist lands on the hood of another pursuing vehicle, causing it to swerve wildly. It hits a rock formation and flips, exploding as it contacts the ground. Ollie wonders what their fuel mixture is. Down below, driver and passenger look up, wondering what is happening up top.
Hey, are you good up there?
A spiked dune buggy veers into the side of the hot rod. Ollie leaps from Daisy onto that buggy. He comes face to face with the cultist driving, who looks astonished that he appeared. Ollie rises on the hood. The cultist riding passenger shoots a bolt at him from a makeshift crossbow. It grazes Ollie's arm. He winces slightly. The shooter tries to load another shot, but Ollie lunges forward, grabbing him by the neck and shoulders. Ollie quickly tosses him over, the man crashing into a pile of earth with a thud. Then he climbs down into the cockpit, looking at the driver.
Jump. I said jump.
The man opens the door and bails out. Ollie hops into the driver's seat.
Be better next time.
Another vehicle pulls alongside Daisy, a cultist standing on the hood with a makeshift flamethrower. A burst of fire narrowly misses the hot rod. Ollie notices and rushes that direction.
Fire! They got fire!
Take the canyon. It's our only chance.
Otter pushes right, banging the cult vehicle's front end. The cultist on the hood loses balance and turns the flamethrower towards the driver, igniting him and the other passengers. The vehicle quickly drifts off and explodes. The hot rod veers sharply, skidding towards a narrow canyon. Ollie pulls up alongside Daisy and nods at Otter. He motions with his hand forward, then veers off and heads straight for the pack of pursuing vehicles.
I sure hope he knows what he's doing.
Ollie will be fine.
As Daisy rushes towards the narrow canyon, Ollie rushes towards the leader's vehicle. It is a massive behemoth with many wheels. He knows that that is where his target will be. Smaller vehicles rush past him, ignoring him, their sights set on Daisy. Ollie rolls past the truck, and sure enough, there, in the passenger seat, sits the Flamekeeper. Their eyes lock.
I gotcha.
The truck veers into Ollie's commandeered buggy, knocking it off course. Ollie struggles with the controls momentarily, but quickly rights the vehicle. He then charges forward to the back of the leader's ride, coming as close as he can. He puts all of his foot into the throttle, climbs to the top of the buggy, and leaps to the massive vehicle. The buggy swerves away and crashes into rocks. Ollie climbs upward to the top platform. Meanwhile, Otter steers Daisy into the narrow canyon. Some of the pursuing vehicles struggle to follow, a few crashing into the canyon walls.
Woohoo! Don't get cocky, kid.
Ha! Suck on that, you flaming freaks!
Otter, language!
Sorry, Dad.
Suddenly, a motorcycle jumps a boulder, landing in front of the hot rod. The rider slows and pulls a blade, preparing to attack.
Excuse me, not on my road.
Otter jerks the wheel, sideswiping the motorcycle. The rider tumbles off, disappearing under the wheels of a bad guy buggy.
Well done, son.
As Otter fights off the cultists inside the canyon, the Flamekeeper's massive war rig barrels towards the mouth of that canyon, smashing through debris and vehicles alike. He crackles over the radio again.
Your resistance is meaningless. You will burn in a cleansing fire.
Does he ever shut up?
Ollie makes it to the top of the vehicle. There are two cultists who turn and spot him. They carefully make their way towards the back of the platform in single file where Ollie has stopped to catch his breath. Ollie pushes forward to meet them. The first takes a swing, but Ollie catches his wrist and pulls him off the rig. The other watches in horror and takes a few steps back. Ollie pushes forward and the cultist pulls a knife. Ollie shakes his head but doesn't stop. The enemy slashes with his knife and then lunges. Ollie swiftly grabs his wrist and turns it, forcing the man to drop the knife. Ollie kicks it overboard. The man comes at Ollie's arms, grappling for connection. Ollie expertly blocks the blows, but they both slip, falling over opposite sides of the platform, yet hanging on. Ollie struggles for a minute, then starts to pull himself up with a heave. He looks over and the cultist is climbing too. Ollie looks forward. They're just about to reach the mouth of the canyon. The cultist reaches the top and the two men smile at each other. Then Ollie gives a kick and sends the man into the walls of the canyon as the rig starts to roar through. The rig is bouncing off the sides of the canyon, forcing Ollie to grab hold of railings on the platform. He pulls himself forward to the front of the rig. Meanwhile, Otter and his dad are just about through the canyon, with a few vehicles still behind them.
Otter, we're almost through.
He looks back.
They're gaining, son.
Yeah, but I might have a couple tricks to play.
Otter slows the vehicle to allow the pursuers to get closer. Then he zigzags Daisy inside the narrow canyon walls. His tails bite and, getting confused, start to zigzag too, but end up crashing into each other. Those behind them get caught in the pileup.
Well done, Otter.
It's a glorious exhibit of twisted and ripped metal, flying bodies, and explosions. Somewhere behind them, Ollie has made his way to just outside the cab of the Flamekeeper's war rig. The man turns and sees Ollie approaching, grabs a large stick, and climbs to the platform to face his prey.
You climbed far, son of the wasteland, but this is where it ends.
It ends for you, not me.
Ollie tightens his fists. The Flamekeeper lights the stick, turning it into a torch.
You cannot extinguish the flame. It consumes all who oppose it.
The Flamekeeper swings the torch in a wide arc, fire roaring through the air. Ollie ducks low, the flames narrowly missing his head.
Are you even trying?
Ollie surges forward, delivering a powerful punch to the Flamekeeper's gut. The cult leader stumbles back but recovers quickly, swinging the torch downward like a club.
You'll regret that.
He swings again. The torch slams onto the roof, sparks and embers flying. Ollie rolls to the side, grabbing a loose metal rod from the rig's surface.
I already have regrets. You talk too much.
Ollie swings the rod at the Flamekeeper's legs. The cult leader jumps back, avoiding the strike, then charges forward, shoulder-checking Ollie. The two men crash into a stack of fuel barrels strapped to the roof, the rig rocking dangerously beneath them.
You're strong, I give you that, but strength alone won't save you.
It saved me plenty so far.
The Flamekeeper lunges, grabbing Ollie by the collar and slamming him into the barrels.
Is that all you've got?
Not even close.
The Flamekeeper throws a punch, but Ollie catches his wrist, twisting it sharply. The cult leader grunts in pain as Ollie drives his knees into the Flamekeeper's side. The rig hits a bump, causing both men to stumble. The Flamekeeper grabs a dangling chain for balance, then swings it at Ollie like a whip. The chain lashes across Ollie's arms. He grunts, but holds his ground, grabbing the chain mid-swing and yanking it hard.
This ends now.
Ollie pulls the Flamekeeper toward him, delivering a brutal headbutt that sends the cult leader reeling.
You think you can defeat me? I am the fire!
You're just a man with a torch.
The Flamekeeper roars in rage, grabbing a jagged piece of metal from the roof and charging at Ollie. The two collide in a furious grapple, trading blows as they teeter dangerously close to the edge of the rig. Punches land with sickening thuds, the wind screaming around them.
You'll burn with me!
Not today.
With a surge of strength, Ollie lifts the Flamekeeper and slams him onto the roof. The cult leader groans, momentarily stunned. The rig swerves sharply, throwing both men off balance. The Flamekeeper scrambles to his feet, but Ollie is already moving.
Enough! Remember, it didn't have to be this way.
Ollie grabs the Flamekeeper by the robes, hauling him to the very edge of the rig.
You can't kill me! I can't die! The fire lives on!
Wrong.
Ollie shoves the Flamekeeper off the rig. The cult leader screams as he falls, landing hard and head first into the rocks and dirt below. Ollie looks back and sees no other pursuers. Then he heads towards the front of the rig, eager to stop this madness. Otter and Orville have moved beyond the canyon and have come to a spinning halt. They look down the canyon corridor and see the large rig moving toward them.
Otter, why are we stopping? They're still coming.
We wait for Ollie.
We don't even know if he's...
Ollie's coming. I know it.
The large rig slows as it approaches, finally coming to a stop several yards from Daisy. It's hard to make out, but a figure steps down from the driver's seat. It appears he's doing something with the torch, lighting a fire or something. He tosses it back into the cab of the huge vehicle, then starts walking towards Daisy. Otter and his dad climb out of the hot rod.
Could it be?
Ollie approaches his family. The three men look at each other in silence for a few minutes as the war rig burns.
Golly, Ollie, you sure know how to make an entrance. Is it over? Is he?
Yeah, he won't be bothering us or anybody else ever again.
He may not, but that doesn't mean his minions won't. And Mr. Jesse, depending on what he hears, may blame me, us for this.
We can't worry about that now. Otter, how'd Daisy do?
Probably need to clean all the dust out, but she did great.
You did great, little brother.
He sure did. We got a long trail ahead of us home, boys. What do you say we leave this place, well, in the dust?
I'm good with that.
They walk towards the hot rod.
Hey, Otter, you want to drive some more?
Golly, Ollie, sure.
Let's hit the road then.
The boys load up, look at each other, smile, and pat one another on the back, relieved. Otter fires up Daisy. They turn and then move forward and head toward the main highway leading east.
So, they think they can defy me. They think they can destroy my outpost and get away with it? Find them. The man who brings me their heads gets to take over the rebuilding of the Circle of Ash. Do not let them escape.